So it appears the Trans Am has gotten a cold and is pretty sick. So today we're going to try to figure out what's going on with her and hopefully make her all better. So stay tuned and let's get to it. So after my last video I posted, I said that I would be meeting up with somebody and creating some more content. Well, that did happen. I just didn't get any of it on video. So my friend Steven, you've seen him in all my other videos, Steven Stack, go over and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Link will be in the description. He came over and we just pulled my tune so we could see what all was going on with that, see if we needed to make any changes for this setup or so on. We noticed a couple things were off, but not off too bad to where the car wasn't good enough to drive or I couldn't do any of that. Well, I took him out for a drive before he left. The car did excellent. I was getting on it. We were having some fun. Well, I bring it home, I shut it off, and then the next day I go up to start it to drive it to my dad's house, and I let it idle for about 10 minutes. It does perfectly fine idling, but the second I pull out of my driveway there, it starts backfiring like crap. I thought it was gonna blow the pipes off of it. It was backfiring so bad, but just really bad misfire, backfiring. So I was like, okay, I'm done with it. So I put it in the driveway, shut it off, and I was like, I'm not gonna mess with it. See if anything changes. So I let it sit for a week, and I got back in it, and now the car won't even idle. So it's not good. I'm hoping that it's just something fuel related. I do have stock fuel pump, stock injectors in this car still. So with this setup, I have been maxing out my fuel pump and stuff. So I don't know if it just got weak and it just finally decided to quit, but let's hope it's something simple like that. But let's get into it and actually figure it out. So my girlfriend's dad just left. We checked over a few things. I didn't feel like breaking the camera out for that, but we checked fuel pressure at the rail. I have 58 pounds of fuel pressure at the rail whenever I prime the pump, so I know the pump's working good. I checked spark, got spark everywhere. That's all good. So I know those two things are down. So after that, I was wondering, I was thinking, so I took a fuel sample and let it sit, and the fuel was extremely cloudy, and it looked like it had some water in it. So I'm not sure if it was just bad gas I got from the gas station or what, but now actually I've got the pan out and we're under here. I got this fuel line off already, trying to drain this tank out and hopefully refill it, and that's my problem. But I had a hard time getting this fitting off under this low ass car, but we managed. So I'm gonna cycle the key until the battery gets weak. Hopefully I get all the fuel out. So after doing this about 500 times, it gets pretty boring, but as you can see, finally almost out. So it was a little under a half tank whenever I started, but, and that beeping, God, that's annoying. So I'll get this all finished up and I'll pick the camera back up whenever I'm headed to town to get some gas. A little pricey, but should be good. Oh. So pretty. Nobody makes breakfast as good as Wendy's new home style French toast sticks.
Nobody.
Nope.
You talking?
I did this in the gravel because as you can see it made a pretty big mess, but I'm gonna let that fuel set. That is a clean container, so I'm gonna let that fuel set for a minute in the garage and see what that all looks like. So I just took a small sample earlier, but so the fuel, after it's set about 20 minutes now, but the fuel looks better in this big sample than it did the little sample I took. I don't really see anything settled in this. So it is doing a lot better. I think that definitely is what the problem was. I am so freaking relieved. I could not get that car to idle at all. So really all I did was drain the tank, put some new fuel in it. After I saw that fuel sample and how cloudy that fuel looked, I was like, you know what, let's just try it. So I'm glad I did that first because that ended up actually helping out a heck of a lot. So I'm still going to trailer the car over to Steven tomorrow so we can dig along more with the tune and get that 100% lined out. But at least she runs, so that was really all I was concerned with today, was getting her running. But oh, I accidentally kicked my fuel sample over. So this fuel sample, this big one I got, it never ended up looking too bad, but after those results, that definitely is what that was. So I'm gonna run it around the block a couple times, see how it does, and take her home. All right. I definitely need to put more fuel in it. I only have a 5-gallon jug, so definitely gonna be filling it all the way up, but still running a little bad, but a lot better than it was. Heck yeah. Let off the gas, see if it'll catch itself. Yep. Well, it made it all the way out to Mexico, so that's good. So while we're here, we might as well make a hit. See if it'll warm the tires up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. She is definitely feeling better. God, I'm so glad. Feels so good to have her running good. Let's go check out these black marks. It feels amazing out today. It's been like 30 degrees, but today it got up to about 56, so definitely enjoying all this good weather. Oh. It'd give her one more. Why not? Oh, shit. Oh, here's the black mark. Shit, I was looking at the wrong ones. Looky there. Let's get back home before I cause too much trouble. So actually, I think before I trailer it over to Steven tomorrow so we can figure out the tune, I'm actually going to run a full tank of gas through it just so I can make sure everything is good before I go and take it there, so we have something good to work off of. But that is actually going to be it for today's video. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and see you next video.